This backpack bed was designed with the ethos of how would I like to be treated if I was sleeping on the street with no shelter. My wife and I, we came up with the backpack bed, and now you're going to see why it saves tens of thousands of lives on our streets. It's incredibly simple. Take a look at this. This new design backpack bed, because it's waterproof on the outside, we're using dry bag ideas. And I'm just going to open up this big pocket here, the side panel, just like a dry bag has, and we're going to reveal the 3-window tent, and you can see it just rolls out with ease. But what's special? That this new design backpack bed, it's 5 products in one. Yes, it's a backpack. Yes, it's 3-window tent. Yes, it also includes a fire retardant camp mat with silver insulation on the bottom. But it also turns into a lean-to shelter with these incredible ingenious built-in pockets with ropes. But it's also got a fire retardant mosquito mesh which goes out for the full body. But let me explain all those features. Now, when it comes to fire retardancy, yes, this whole unit is fire retardant, including the mosquito mesh and, again, the camp mat. So, with this sleep mat that we put in there and the silver insulation, very nice feature indeed. Not only for dignity, for comfort, but if you're sleeping on concrete or a block of ice, you will literally feel the heat come up into your body. It's incredible. Now this 3-window tent has these, again, built-in pockets with ropes, so it's all built there. Now it turns into an A-frame. I've got my colleague Jenny, and she's pulling it out, and you see, natural A-frame. Now, what's really great about this is that you've got 3 windows again. The first one, behind your head, aeration. So you don't have to feel like you're in a plastic bag. And behind the head, you've also got this fantastic mosquito mesh, which stops the critters from coming in there. Now, on the other end, this great big pocket window right here, which is zipped. Now, when that comes in mind, it's a fantastic medical facility. Folks doing it tough on the street, they have bad feet, trench foot and more, which means aeration on the feet helps for their medical attention. We've also got this big giant chest window fully zipped all around. Now I've unzipped it. So if it's a beautiful night, you can now also see the stars, or just have additional aeration depending on the temperature. Now, this is a incredible type of material. It can't be ripped, and if it does rip, it stops ripping. I've never seen one rip, but it's incredible. So all the windows, all the meshes that we use is not rippable. Now, if it's a really hot night, it's got another feature, as we talked about before, a giant mosquito mesh that goes straight over the body. So you sleep, just lay down on the mattress, and it covers the whole unit. And then of course we've got this great big string, put it up to a tree, fantastic. So when you're finished with the backpack bed, you roll it out, you throw it into this big giant cavity. Now while we're talking about this giant cavity, it's huge. It's 80 litres. Now, a lot of folks, when they are doing it tough, they have their belongings sadly stolen while they sleep. So having their belongings behind their head is not only accessible during the night, but it also creates that additional comfort and confidence that your gear is not going to be stolen while you sleep. Now, there's even this extra cool feature here. We call these wind clips. Fantastic. So imagine it's windy and raining and all sorts of stuff, etc. We've got this clip here, little press stud, and we put this press stud onto here. We click it in, and then of course it stops it from moving around. Small little features make it more enjoyable with this dignity. Now, once you finish, you don't have to be fancy. You just put it all together. It took seconds to set up, and now we're just going to just roll it up. Now, I'm not doing anything fancy. And I know you've all probably tried to put tents away. Well, this is just too easy. So we just put it in like that. Easy pipe, and it's in. You're finished. And because it's waterproof, again, we use this big giant dry bag style pocket on the side. Roll it 3 times, click it with clips, and if you've got extra gear in here, because you've got plenty of space for your belongings, these will just be here on the side to help it stay together. It can fit 11 of these giant fire retardant sleeping bags. Let me show you this as a point of reference. So I'm 6'5". So I designed it so as I could fit it. Very large, polar fleece, very comfortable. So imagine the amount of clothing, personal belongings you can put in this new model backpack bed. How do we figure that out? We go to these. These are our lab test balls. You put these balls into these pockets. Let me introduce you to the big front pocket. 27 litres can fit into this front pocket. It's elastic, as all of our pockets will be, but you can put so much gear inside here. We've also got, with every backpack bed, an emergency blanket, Mylar. So for those dangerous situations, they'll be able to use that as well. So that comes included as well. We've also got this 10 litre capacity pocket here. And again, we make these large because it makes it easier to put what you want in there. Now, we've also got a really cool pocket on the top as well. Now, we're using dry bag idea. We open it up like that. And we've got a little floor here, and that floor is our 3-window tent inside there. So you can put 18 litres of gear, belongings, right in here. Now, you roll it 3 times, air come out. Now, people might think, oh, well, it's going to move around like that. We thought of how to stop that. What you do is you thread this through the carry handle, and no matter how much gear you have, it's not going to be moving around. Fantastic, simple idea, really effective. Now let me introduce you to the backpack. It's got the typical load limiters on both sides, obviously the carry handle. You've got these connection points where you can add extra gear. You've got a chest strap which could be moved up and down depending on what height you are, size. And of course you've got the typical big giant strong side release clips and a wonderful hip belt. Now it's small but it's effective. We specifically designed it so it could fit on all sizes. Incredible. So huge amounts of weight, believe it or not, comfortable on these wonderful hip belts. Very, very effective. So all the weight sitting on your hips. You saw us reveal the 3-window tent from this pocket here. Now, a lot of folks doing it tough, they'll actually store a lot of gear inside their tent area. But you've also got this huge area which you can put more gear in. So why not put more gear in there? So you could go on that. In fact, I could put 3 sleeping bags in there just for that little extra capacity. And then on the inside, I can put another 4 sleeping bags. Massive. And that's one of the reasons why we give these giant expandable, and you see how big it gets? Expandable clips on the side, because it can get so big with gear inside. Some people have a lot of extra gear. So we've got this very simple but effective rope loops so people can just add more gear on top if they desire, or more gear on the bottom. So when you've got this plus that, wow, you've really got a lot of gear. And that, when you've got your gear, you know you have your gear and you're more ready. Different temperatures, more extra blankets, personal mementos, people's belongings. Sadly, they can't take everything. This is the best they can do. And when they have that, the dignity, the confidence, is more easy for them to get back on their feet faster. Thank you again. Blessings.